Hi, Catherine Walters back again with our Joyful Sleep series. Well, I hope you had a lot of fun these last few nights and have gotten much better sleep and feel energized throughout your day. Because I know I certainly have been using it since I've been talking about it, and I've definitely felt that way. But now I know anytime we get a new idea, automatically the objections, the resistance, the questions come up. So I'd like to address some of those for you. And then if you have any more, you can, feel free to email me at Catherine@guidedchange.com, and I'll be happy to address yours personally. But the number one question I get all the time is, well, Catherine, it won't work for me. I mean, I'm not going to be able to do it. And I want to share that you've already been doing it, that your subconscious mind already knows how to do this. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever, like maybe before you go to meditate or to pray, and you say to yourself, I'd like to come back from my meditation in 20 minutes or half an hour. And then you go start your breathing, say your mantras, whatever, and you go into your meditation. And sure enough, about 20 minutes or 30 minutes later, you stir and you start to wiggle and your mind comes back and you start becoming aware of the environment around you, and you look down at your watch and wow, it was exactly 20 or 30 minutes later. Okay, does that ever happen? It happens to me all the time. Or maybe you want to say, I want to go for a 45-minute walk. And I need to be back, at this lunchtime, and you want to go for a walk. So you want to walk for 45 minutes. And, you can play a game. You can, don't maybe check your phone or something, your watch before you go. And then just get a sense of feel. Don't think about it and walk for that time. And when you set it, you'll come back. All right. Another one, especially with sleep, but especially sleep and meditation, anything where you're going inside, it works probably the best, is like maybe you want to take a power nap. And it could be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Again, you can program it to maximize it so that it feels much longer than that. But you can also program it to come back so that you come back in 20 minutes or 30 minutes. My mom used to do this all the time. In fact, it was kind of cute. She had like a checking system, and I was her checker. She was in the summertime when she always took a nap. But in the summertime, we were home, of course, and so I'd be in the den watching probably a soap opera, and she'd be in the living room on the couch taking a nap. And so she'd tell me before she, dozed off, make sure I'm up in a half an hour because I need to do, and it'll be probably something like, something with, punch down the bread for homemade bread or something like that. And so she needed to do it a certain length of time. So yeah, Mom, I'll wake you up. Okay. So sure enough, after the end of my soap opera, 30 minutes later, I go into the living room and she was already stirring. Either her eyes were open or she was already up and in the kitchen, or she was just awake. Because by telling me to wake her up, she'd also, who else heard? Her subconscious mind. And so that part of her heard, wake up in 30 minutes. And she almost always did. I mean, she always did, actually, no almost about it. So it's easy to do. So you can trust that you already do this all the time. You just haven't been as conscious about it. So it's kind of like, if we think about it, our computers are all programmed, right? Our iPad, all of our cellular devices, they all have all kinds of amazing programming. But our subconscious minds are phenomenally, more sophisticated than any of the modern technology that man can create. That's how sophisticated our own subconscious mind is. And most of us only use a tiny fraction, like 10% or less. So here, that's the 10% is the conscious mind, 90% is the subconscious, but that's the part that has all this fabulous information that we can program. So what you're learning right now is how to program your subconscious mind so you can get better, deeper, more profound healing sleep at night and wake up rested and full of vitality so you can experience more joy. Sound pretty awesome? Yeah. Okay, another objection I often hear is, I'm not going to remember. Of course, I've got so much on my mind. There is no way I'm going to remember another thing. This part's easy. I suspect that most of you have a routine, right? Most of us do, of when we fall asleep. And in fact, if we do have a routine of, we read a book, or we have a little snack, or we say our prayers, we brush our teeth, or we get a shower, or whatever, a bath, a bubble bath, and then we have our little routine, we fall asleep. And so what I would recommend is that you make setting your joyful sleep intention as part of your routine. So whether it's when you plump up your pillows on your bed, or like I do, I pull down the covers and jump in, setting your alarm clock, brushing your teeth, washing your face, turning out the light, or if you have your partner's there, your husband or wife, just after you sort of said all your good nights and you're sort of settling down and still snuggling, but on your side of the bed, you're going to let each other sleep, then that's when you might say it. So it's kind of like, remember when you were a kid, and you wanted to remember. In fact, I can see myself doing it now. Maybe you've caught my hands, where you want to remember some stuff. Okay, well, if I this and this and this, or like kids would use the multiplication tables on their fingers, or add and subtract with their hands. Well, it's the same way. When you connect a physical activity, or you use your hands to remember something, then the likelihood of your remembering is actually much stronger. So combine saying your intention, your sleep intention, with another activity, and the percentage of your remembering will be much higher. Okay, so, and I recommend that for any time you want to remember something. It's when I back out of my driveway, like example, I know this is off topic, but I always say, I ask for protection, or I might ask the parking angels for a parking place wherever I'm going. But I do that as I'm backing out of my driveway. So as I have said to myself, that. And so I recommend, this is actually one thing you can do, is when you decide on the part of your sleep routine, before bed routine, of when you want to say your sleep intention, then just program it in, like you would program your cell phone, and say that when I pull down the covers and jump into bed, I am going to say my sleep intention every night. And you will. Or as I'm brushing my teeth, after I'm finished brushing my teeth, walking into the bedroom, I'm going to say my sleep intention every night. And then you just say, I'll review it very quickly, that I'm going to fall asleep tonight in a deep, healing, wonderful night's sleep, and I'm going to wake up refreshed and rejuvenated, having 8 wonderful hours of sleep. That's it. That's the intention. Now comes to a third objection that people give to me about this, and that is, what if I forget a part? What if I do it wrong? We're always worried about doing something wrong, right? Not to worry, okay? For example, what if you forget to say thank you? Well, or you say thank you first. It's not going to matter, okay? If you say thank you for helping me have a wonderful, profound night's sleep. In fact, I often do start off with thank you. So I take part 2 and I put it in 1. Doesn't matter. Or maybe sometimes I forget. That's okay too. The universe, our subconscious mind, they get it. They know. Say thank you. Say thank you when you remember. Other part might be you don't say it before you fall asleep, but then you wake up in the middle of the night. And can you say it then? Absolutely. Of course you can. So, in fact, many times, I will say it then, but maybe my cat, you might see him over there on the couch sleeping. Yeah, he gets to sleep all day. Mommy doesn't. And he will wake me up in the middle of the night, and he'll want to eat, and then he'll want to go outside. And since I don't have a cat door, I need to get up and let him back in. Sometimes it's 20 minutes, sometimes it's an hour. Sometimes if mommy falls back to sleep, it's maybe 2 or 3 hours. So, but on those nights when maybe it's raining or it's cold or something, and I don't really want to fall back to sleep right away, I'll just sort of doze, and I'll say to myself, okay, I'm going to wake up in 20 minutes, or I'm going to wake up in an hour, and I'll let him back in. And I do. Again, that's programming my subconscious mind to stay kind of awake in that sort of between sleep state so I can let him back in. But then when he is back in and we're settled, I'll say my sleep intention again, that I or both of us have a deep night's sleep. We wake up refreshed in the morning. And I'll feel as though, even if it's at say 2 in the morning, I might say that I have 7 hours of sleep. Okay, so that it doesn't matter. As I'm saying, you can't do this wrong. What's important, of course, is that you actually do it, because the more sleep is just a foundation for our joy. Because if we don't have enough sleep, it's a lot harder for us to feel joyful and happy and feel love and vitality. Because we're drained. It's so much easier to go into all that negative stuff and go down that negative loop and spiral. So by keeping ourselves really refreshed and getting the good night's sleep, we're upping the ante that will have more energy and feel more positive and, of course, experience more joy. So I hope all of this has helped you in this mini-series on joyful sleep. And I want you to know that I have a surprise coming to you very, very soon. It's going to be in your inbox in the next week or so. So look for it. I'm not going to tell you the title. It's a secret. And I'll be back real soon. But in the meantime, please, again, remember it takes minimum 14 days, but really 21 to 28 days to establish a new positive habit. So to really let this sink into your subconscious mind so you can really feel rejuvenated and energized every day, happy and joyful as well, then continue to use this tool on a daily basis. Use it for years. Like I said, I've been using it for years. I intend to use it for the rest of my life. And I certainly hope this has helped you and that you enjoy using it and get a great night's sleep and have more joy and happiness in your life. Until I see you again, take good care. Namaste.